And what is the state of the music business in this day and age?
Oh, honey, it's scary. It's not what it used to be. People don't really buy records like they used to. Everything is about streaming and numbers. I don't know what to say beyond that.
Frustrates you.
It's frustrating.
Because it's a relationship, it's a storytelling, it's a feeling, it's not a number.
Yes. Absolutely. What does a number tell you about somebody's talent? Nothing. I don't know what you're talking about if you give me a number. What are you? Who are you? What are you saying? I don't know. No. But we live in a world now where everything is fast. Music business or non-music business. Gimme, gimme, gimme. I want it now. Even if you like texting your best friend. Hey, you haven't texted me back in 2 hours. Like, what's up? It's like, excuse me, I'm not glued to the damn phone. I still have a life. I call these smart devices necessary evils. I mean, also, it's one of those things, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you don't have one of these devices, you can't get around, You do sometimes have to get to people and say, oh, I'm on the wrong corner. Please meet me 5 blocks down. Whatever. So I also find the internet has pulled people apart, but it's also been a fantastic device to help pull people together, to get stuff done.
You see these music collaborations with 20 people around the world that have never met each other.
That's right.
And they make this hit song. What do you make of that?
Wonderful that can happen.
Right.
That Britney Spears is in Vegas and Max Martin may be in Sweden, and then their other person is in the Bronx, and they take these tracks and they pull them together and they send them to Britney. I have no idea why I brought her up. And they say, write a lyric. And these things happen every day. I think that type of collaboration happens more in R&B, hip hop, and top 40. I don't listen to top 40. Top 40 has never been my thing. Top 40 to me, it's, pop music, that popular music that people are drawn to. Lots of things. Voices are auto-tuned these days. I find it, for me, to be very cold and homogenized, and I've never liked anything like that. But that also is part of the way of the world and what people are listening to a lot of these days.
There was that new song, I think it was Old Town Road. It was like a country
hip-hop.
I should have known that, but there was an article in the New York Times, and it was like 20 people around the world that made this country hip-hop song.
Probably.
With a beat from some guy in Sweden who's never seen a horse before.
Correct.
And then they found a country singer afterwards to do a vocal to it, and then it just blew up. And it's just this weird thing, and then none of them have ever met each other or will.
But you know what? How wonderful is that, though?
It's kind of cool.
That can happen.
It's kind of cool.
And it all happens through laptops.
Yeah.
And
people making beats.
Emails.
Yeah. So that's beautiful.
So that
but
is
as
wonderful.
A man who loved the album and the storytelling of an album, the album is kind of dead these days, right?
Well, not in my book, and not in a lot of people's book.
Okay.
Because vinyl has made a comeback. I love that vinyl is 12 inches by 12 inches. You can love and appreciate the art. And if you have extra money, you have a gatefold, and you open it up, and you see lyrics, and you want to know who are the new musicians who played on there, who produced this, who engineered it, where did they record it. I love all that information. And there are many people out there who love that information. So I started buying vinyl again. I went to eBay, and I'm on this kick of my favorite female vocalists from the 50s. And I want everything by Joe Stafford. And then I've gotten to a kick about Mahalia Jackson. I must have just purchased 6 of her albums on vinyl, mint condition, from eBay, and everything was affordable. So I love vinyl these days. And what vinyl does that CDs don't do is vinyl has a very warm feeling to it. It's big. It has atmosphere and texture. Not to say that CDs don't do that, but we have had to compress CDs to such a place that it's a different feeling. One hopes if you don't have the best mastering guy in the world that he or she didn't master your record where your teeth hurt when you listen to it because it's so tinny. So that's a very delicate balance there too when you master a record. But I love vinyl. I love vinyl, like I said, because it's so warm and hypnotic and beautiful, and brings me back to the day as being a teenager. And I love that people want a Sonic Youth record on vinyl because they make vinyl. I love that I could find this old Billie Holiday record because somebody didn't want it anymore on eBay and it was $9 and it's still in VG. That's not a STD. It's a VG, very good condition. So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore.
It's all good.
We're talking about music.
Yeah.
We're talking about vinyl. We're talking about the state of the music business these days. We've talked about recovery and thriving and living a great life. And that's what we want for everybody, to have a great life. Doesn't always work out that way.